All right, a big controversy has erupted on the kits that were rapid testing kits and others which were in fact imported from China. Now, apart from the quality of these kits, a legal dispute in the Delhi High Court between the distributor and the importer of the COVID-19 rapid test kits being shipped from China has unearthed a massive profiteering and overpricing of the kits sold in India. Now, these kits were sold to Indian Council of Medical Research. Now, the High Court observed that a profit of 155 rupees was made, which was more than sufficient for the seller, and slashed for every kit by 33% from rupees 600 to 400. Remember, these kits were being sold to the ICMR at 600 rupees. Now, the High Court has said, why don't you bring the price down to 400? I mean, this will still give you enough profit. The testing kits, which cost 245 rupees, were sold to ICMR for 600 rupees after the importer sold the kits to the distributor for 400 rupees per test. Congress has now targeted the Modi government and has said that why is the ICMR purchasing test kits for rupees 600 per piece, which was imported for 245 rupees. Congress former President Rahul Gandhi also tweeted saying people profiteering during such a crisis, it's shameful, and urged the Prime Minister to act. Now, the ICMR and the Health Ministry has also reacted to this.
Rapid diagnostic kits have a very limited role to play. We have been highlighting to you, explaining to everyone that they have primarily role in terms of either epidemiological investigation or in terms of surveillance. Subsequent to that, based on duly following a process, जैसे कि मेरे सीनियर कोलीग ने बताया है कि हम लोगों ने पूरा प्रोसेस फॉलो करते हुए टेंडर बुला के रैपिड डायग्नोस्टिक किट्स का जो टेंडर फाइनलाइज किया गया आईसीएमआर के द्वारा, जिसके बारे में उन्होंने डिटेल्ड प्रेस रिलीज इशू की है, वह काफ़ी सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी। अगर मैं शॉर्ट में आपको बताना चाहूँ तो उन्होंने टेंडर बुलाया, टेंडर बुलाते टाइम पर जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने सेंसिटिविटी और स्पेसिफिसिटी उसके जितने भी इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेशंस हैं उनको सबमिट किया, जिसके बेसिस पर L1 को टेंडर दिया जाता है।
Anisha Mathur, my colleague, is joining us with more details on this story. Anisha, now it will be very difficult for the government and the ICMR to explain the High Court, which has now said that even 400 rupees, you still make a substantial amount of profit. Though the government has come up with an explanation, what do you see the way forward as far as the court case is concerned?
Well, Ankit, what we need to remember is that the court case is not, in fact, about the contract for supply to the for supply of the kits to the government. The important point to note here is that the government was not aware of this entire controversy. The petition before the court was came because there was a dispute about payment between the distributor and the importer. The distributor went to the court saying that the importer is not giving us the remaining test kits because we have not paid yet. Our dispute is with regard to, do we pay when part of the supply has come, or do we pay only after the full 5 lakh kits have actually come into the country? And that is when the court itself found out what the actual cost of import is, and what cost and what price is being charged by the distributors and by the importers. And that is something that we need to question, that when the government has opened the tender, when the government is looking at it, then how is it that there is such a huge price markup? Because the court itself has noted that in public interest, the court has said that you cannot sell it at 600 rupees per test kit when your import price is only 254 rupees. So it is very obvious that the court has also noted that there's a 155% markup while selling these kits. Ankit.
Anisha, thank you for joining us. Now, this, in fact, is an important story which we are going to track, because at a time like this, while the government does say that we will take action, but how is it on the first go that the testing kits, which is the most important equipment right now to fight the COVID-19 menace, there are people, those who are trying to, in fact, maximize their profit even in this. This is a story that we are going to follow very, very closely. I now want to shift focus to two new big headaches as far as India's fight against COVID-19 is concerned. Two hotspots, Gujarat and Indore. Gujarat remains the second worst hit state, witnessing over 3,300 cases, confirmed cases of COVID-19. Meanwhile, the state toll stands at 151, with 18 deaths being reported on Sunday. It is Ahmedabad which has emerged as the worst hit city in Gujarat with over 2,000 cases. Ahmedabad accounts for 65% of the total cases in the state of Gujarat. It has also seen 104 deaths in only one city. Now, experts are of the view that there are more deadly L-type virus strain which is behind the increase in number of deaths. Similar argument is being given in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, which has also emerged as another virus vector. Indore, with more than 1,200 cases of coronavirus, accounts for more than half of the total of Madhya Pradesh cases. The city also accounts for 60 deaths, out of which 103 have been reported from the state of Madhya Pradesh. Doctors testing COVID-19 cases in Indore also say more virulent strain of coronavirus may be wreaking havoc in the city. Two cities with large number of deaths, unproportional number of deaths, both now saying that they might be hit. Ahmedabad and Indore might be hit with a deadly strain of coronavirus.
पूरे विश्व में यह पाया गया है कि कोरोना वायरस की अलग अलग जीन्स हैं जिनके स्ट्रेन्स अलग अलग हैं। तो नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ वायरोलॉजी पुणे में यह स्टडी की जानी है कि अलग अलग स्थानों के सैंपल्स लेके कि वो उनकी स्ट्रेन्स की स्टडी करेंगे, उसका कल्चर करेंगे, ऑटोमेटेड जीन एक्सट्रैक्शन करेंगे, जिसमें से इंदौर के, भोपाल के कई जगहों के सैंपल्स भेजे जाएंगे।
हमारे यहाँ जो डिस्चार्ज होने की संख्या और जिसकी गति है थोड़ी कम है, और वैसे मृत्यु जो कोविड की चिकित्सा दरमियान जो मृत्यु होते हैं उनकी भी संख्या थोड़ी ज़्यादा है। तो इसकी जब हमने तज्ञों और जो निष्णात लोग हैं, डॉक्टर्स, उनसे चर्चा की तो बताया गया है कि दो प्रकार के इस वायरस के स्ट्रेन हैं। एक एस स्ट्रेन जो उतना घातक नहीं है, और दूसरा है एक एल स्ट्रेन जिसकी ज़्यादा एक विरुलेंट, जिसकी असर ज़्यादा होती है। तो इसकी भी एक अनुसंधान रिसर्च हमारे साइंटिस्ट कर रहे हैं, और माना जा रहा है कि शायद इस स्ट्रेन गुजरात में है, इस वजह से ये थोड़ा इस तरह से मृत्यु के अंक भी बढ़ रहे हैं।
All right, let me now go across to my colleague Hemendra, who is joining us from Bhopal. Hemendra, finally though, there is now a government which is in place as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, with a proper, health minister also taking charge. The fact remains, Hemendra, is the government right now making these claims to hide behind the fact that they were not able to initially work as much, or has there been a real research being done on what is happening in Indore?
Well, Ankit, now there is a government in place, but this is also a fact that the government started acting a bit too late in the day. But there is another fact that the mortality rate in Indore is much higher than any other place in the country. So they are worried and they are suspecting that this could probably the L-type strain, the more virulent one, which was in fact found in China, Wuhan to be specific, and also in the United States. So the doctors in Indore are suspecting, in fact the dean of the Gandhi Medical College in Indore, she has suspected that this probably is the L-type strain, because the mortality rate is high, and this can be compared with the US mortality rate as well as the mortality rate in Wuhan. So they have sent samples to the lab in Pune. They are hoping that the results would be out soon, and after that, with some kind of confirmation, they would be able to say whether this is actually the L-type strain or not. But this remains a fact that the Madhya Pradesh government, they acted a bit too late in the day.
Right.
Probably because there was no government. The Chief Minister took oath on the 23rd. The same evening he claimed that he started the process of fighting the spread of coronavirus, but till then nothing had happened.
And that too at a time when today the visuals are going viral all over of the health minister, the newly minted health minister of Madhya Pradesh, with a group of people, in fact, without any mask and protective gear. That also, in fact, tells you the story as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned. Hemendra, thank you for joining us with all those details. Very quickly, in brief, let me also tell you about the top developments we are tracking on the coronavirus, which are coming in from across the country. IIT Delhi develops probe-free low-cost test kits for coronavirus, which can be the solution for the expensive RT-PCR test, priced between 700 to 800 rupees. The test kit would not have chemical named probes, which needs to be imported from abroad, resulting in the rising cost of these test kits. IIT becomes the first to develop a real-time PCR-based test kit in India, with authorities' nod. Meanwhile, 376 students from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh who were stranded in Rajasthan's Kota have been brought back. Buses carrying students reached Jammu and the students will not head back to their respective towns. Meanwhile, the Punjab Police launched campaign to mark solidarity with Harjeet Singh, the Assistant Sub-Inspector whose hand was dismembered by miscreants after he tried to stop them from breaking the lockdown. Punjab Police has launched Main Bhi Harjeet Singh campaign to pay tribute, and we saw the DGP of Punjab also wearing the name tag Harjeet Singh. Now, keeping in view the festivities amid the lockdown, Lucknow Police Commissioner has issued new guidelines. A ban has been imposed on usage of speakers for religious gatherings, putting up tents and any religious banners, and selling of animals or their flesh in the markets till May 30th. Lucknow witnessed 6 new positive cases in the last 24 hours. As a gesture of respect to the commitment of the Sikh community in the battle against COVID-19, Delhi police paid regard with a full siren parikrama of a Gurudwara, Sri Bangla Sahib. This gesture comes as a token of appreciation for the Sikhs who have been distributing langar for the masses and accommodating healthcare workers.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.